the mystery of me, Jose Vela.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Fellow members and guests, I will try to do my best, but following Joe is going to be really hard. So bear with me. Show of hands. How many of you have asked yourself the infamous question, who am I? Right? Show of hands. How many of you actually have an answer to that question? Truth is, at 37 years old, I have no idea still who I am. I'm going to take you back all the way up to June 27th of 1980. Way back then, I still do it, right? When I was born, I was assigned an identity, which was Jose Vela. But what did that mean? If you were to describe me, or if I was to break myself down into pieces, there's three traits that keep coming along. One is I'm a musician-songwriter. Another one is I'm a Christian. And the third one is I'm very quick-witted and an amazing salesman. Not to pat myself in the back, but. Who here remembers the 90s? Okay, so I feel good about that. Back in the 90s, there used to be a TV show called California Dreams. And it came right after Saved by the Bell, for those of you who remember. You remember, right? It was about a group of kids that had a band. And because of that show, I fell in love with music. So at 17 years old, my dad got me my first acoustic guitar. And from that moment on, I was hooked. I slept, ate, breathed with that guitar. It slept on my bed. That was my passion. Because of that, I have been able to write dozens of songs for myself. Actually, one of my co-writers is right here. I have been able to play in multiple bars, meet tons of people, played in front of crowds, but most importantly, I actually get to play every Sunday now at my church, and I am part of the worship team, which is actually really cool. But that's actually just a small fraction of who I am. A year later, at 18 years old, I was struggling. I was a little depressed because I had just graduated high school, and all my friends went to college. I stayed back, went to college in my hometown, but I was struggling to do the school and have a full-time job as well. One night after partying and drinking like you do when you're depressed, a friend of mine actually approached me and confronted me. She was able to see past that mask that we put of fake happiness. And she said, you know what? You need to find God. And she invited me to church, which at first I was very resistant to because I didn't want to deal with all that. Nobody wants to hear they're wrong. But I went, and 3 weeks later, I actually found God. Since then, God has always stood by my side. And we've had our ups and downs, and I've walked away a few times, but no matter what, I know I can always come back to Him, and that He will always forgive me, which is a great thing about God. Still, at that point, I had not yet decided who I was going to be. Now, I'm actually the son of a salesman. My dad is very charismatic, and he has an ability to influence anybody into buying anything. I personally always said I was not going to follow that path. Because I had no idea how my dad did it. How do you talk to somebody and make them buy something? I couldn't do it. I was very shy. But, flash forward to 2003, I walked into a gym called Valley Total Fitness, used to be around here in Orlando, asking for a job. I approached the manager and I thought he was going to offer me like a janitor position or something, but he saw something and said, you know what? I'm going to make you a salesperson. A month later, who would have figured it out? I was actually the #1 salesperson in the company. And it turned out I was actually very good at sales. It was all because I'm very quick with it. And amongst my friends, I'm the guy with the comebacks. The one that always has something to say.
Yeah.
But yet, still not who I am. And the funny thing about that is that if I had stopped to ask myself at any point, who am I? If I had assigned myself that label, maybe I wouldn't have discovered all these other things that I'm good at. I wouldn't have had a chance to tour around, be a musician. I would have found God. I would not be a great salesman. My goal this year, I'm actually a realtor, and I am very successful at it, and I'm trying to open my own office. I maybe would have not found that out. So I'm very excited about that. So if you are still asking yourself the question, who am I? And you haven't found an answer, my advice is, don't answer it. Just go along for the ride and enjoy it. Thank you for your time.